You know, at a time when city services were on the chopping block, Dallas city sanitation officials were taking trips around the country and to Europe. They traveled at the invitation of a startup company pushing a product that no one is sure the city even needs. Did Dallas taxpayers get their money's worth? Our reporter Brett Shipp is here. He joins us now. He's got details for us. Brett.
That's right, John. Well, not according to one Dallas City Council member who says he's baffled by the city's rush to explore what's being called a radical idea to send all of the city's trash to southern Dallas. But were the trips to the West Coast and to Europe an attempt to invest in a green future or just balance the budget? Tonight, News 8 investigates.
We don't want your way!
They are the voices of dissension, students and community activists this past weekend, protesting the city's recent vote to force waste haulers to take all of the city's commercial trash to the McComas landfill in South Dallas, less than 2 miles away from Paul Quinn College, where President Michael Sorrell is struggling to revive the image of his side of town.
And if you double the amount of trash that comes here, the message you are sending to people, to potential developers, is this is what you think of this community.
I've searched my heart. I've thought about this from a business standpoint.
Dallas Mayor Mike Rawlings cast the deciding vote to send all the garbage to the McComas landfill in South Dallas without further study. He said the opponents just didn't understand.
I think this thing has been obfuscated so much that people are so confused by it.
Directing all the trash to the city's landfill, also called flow control, is the first phase in what the city billed as a radical idea to recycle up to 90% of all the city's waste.
This is a game-changing idea.
An idea being pushed by George Gitchell, CEO of a California company called Organic Energy Corporation, or OEC. Gitchell says he designed this recycling plant in Roseville, California, the most advanced recycling plant in America. The kind of green initiative that might convince city council members to send all commercial garbage to its landfill and make money.
OEC is offering to provide up to $50 million per year in net revenue to Dallas.
With a final vote scheduled for September, city officials had to hurry. So in July, the city spent $2,500 to fly Sanitation Director Mary Nix and Mayor Pro Tem Tanel Atkins to California to look at Gitchell's design. 3 weeks later, 3 of Nix's workers spent another $2,700 to visit the same plant. 3 weeks later, Gitchell organized a more exotic 7-day trip for the same 3 workers, this time to Germany and England to look at similar recycling plants. The overseas trip cost taxpayers more than $10,000. Yet according to emails obtained by News 8, one of the workers reports back to Nix the recycling cost is steep, about $100 per ton. Dallas currently charges about $21 a ton to dump. Nix responds back in a later email, sounds like not a good fit for us. In all, the city spent more than $14,000 touring with Organic Energy Corporation and George Gitchell. Yet when News 8 asked Sanitation Department head Mary Nix about the city's relationship with OEC, what is the extent of your knowledge of the Organic Energy Corporation's product?
I'm sorry, I just don't understand.
What do they do? What do they do?
I think you need to speak to them.
News 8 also found this email in which Nix and Gitchell strategize on how to best market his plan at an upcoming city council meeting. Nix compliments Gitchell on his great speakers group. She then counsels him to speak at the end of the meeting. It allows you to alter your message as may be appropriate. Gitchell thanks Nix and tells her our intention is to knock it out of the park. News 8 has also learned that OEC, formed just last year, has never built a plant, despite its website depiction of already having a facility in Dallas. As to that claim of being able to recycle 90% of all waste, even the California plant Gitchell says he designed can only recycle less than 50% of what it takes in. What's more, according to the plant's general manager, the facility actually was designed by a Canadian company called MachineX.
I met with OEC. They came to my office, and I didn't believe their sales pitch.
Why not?
It just seemed too good to be true.
Dallas City Council member Scott Griggs was one of 7 who voted against the flow control proposal 6 weeks ago. And now that News 8 has shown him the trip costs and the email exchanges, he believes the debate should be renewed.
And so on behalf of the taxpayers, we have a duty. One, we always need to keep an arm's length relationship with our vendors. And 2, we need to really look at competition and get multiple vendors bidding against each other so we can ferret out the snake oil salesman.
The Dallas City Manager's Office declined our request for an interview. The city did tell us by email the travel was approved to explore the viability of recovery of waste resources for alternative use. It was prudent to determine the practicality of such facilities for Dallas. And while flow control is slated to take effect in January, opponents say they anticipate a lawsuit will be filed to prevent it from happening. Brett Shipp, Channel 8 News.